trap.
YouTube, here we go. Back, music teacher reacts, ready to do it. Still doing it here at the home studio. Got a new lighting setup too, trying out, which is really, really neat. And I just realized as I pressed play that I left my Ernie Ball strings in the middle of a restring, kind of hanging out. Okay, well, whatever. Ernie Ball, ladies and gentlemen. This, I've seen the memes. I've seen all the variations of it. I have seen references to Tiger King. There's been a lot of stuff. I don't know. This is going to be very, very weird. I'm curious what you guys are going to think of this one or what you already think of. I saw it enough that I was going to do it anyway, but we were a little behind schedule with some of the things. But this is interesting. So before we get started, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, do the whole nasty kitten Puddle thing. I don't know if that's even a real word. We're going to try and do a lot of different stuff in this video if I can, because for one of the first times ever, guitar is at the forefront of this performance video that I'm reacting to, and that's my forte, so I get a chance to actually dissect something that is my passion and my forte and a thing I've built my entire career around, which is really, really sick. Can't wait. Okay, Puddle of Mudd, I know, back in like 2000-ish, maybe 2001, 2002, they were a fairly big band, had a really big hit at the time, which was interesting, and then they kind of just faded off, and I heard something about the vocalist had some addiction issues that he went and got rehabilitated for, so good for him. Aside from that, I know About a Girl is a really sick Nirvana song. It is a killer Nirvana song, and one of my personal favorite renditions of the song is Nirvana did an MTV Unplugged, which you should all just check that out anyway. It's a really great Unplugged record. Not to be outdone, the Alice in Chains Unplugged, but that's a whole nother thing. Nirvana's version on the MTV Unplugged is phenomenal, super well performed, really stripped down, and you guys have seen in previous videos, I love stripped down versions of things. Just all in all, it's pretty ridiculous. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen for this. I'm hesitant, but I think I know where it's going based on all the memes and whatnot. I'm curious what you guys think of this one and my reaction, so leave a comment below and also email us at reactions@thetemple.ca. We've set that up for you guys. Here we go. This is Puddle of Mudd, About a Girl. We're going to dissect this one and talk about some things. Here we go. Nice. Hey, cool. Captured the groove well. Very well.
I do, with the head to hand, I do, think you fit this too, I do, but you have a clue, take it, then it's wild, you hang me out to dry, I can see you every night, rain.
God, what are you doing, Wes? Okay, I need a minute. Oh my God. Well, no, hang on. Let's see here. It's just a G, right? I mean, that's still. It's a high register. I need an easy friend. I do. That's up there for me. But I mean, typically it's in half step though. Okay, so one thing that I'm pointing out right now that I really want to point out is Nirvana was a fluctuating tuning band, so they would adjust their guitars somewhat periodically, depending on the set list, would depend on how many more retunes of the guitar or altered tunings and changes of the guitars and whatnot like that. That was just often done as like a flavor of the sound. Many bands in that era did that because it made a lot of stuff not sound static and boring and repetitive, and they could do things. And then a good vocalist would always be aware of their vocal range and adjust that to see fit. We've heard countless stories, even even in pop music now, of like Beyonce altering tunings of songs ever so slightly if she's having an off night, or any musician of that matter doing that to whatever is in the need of servicing the voice. I really wish someone would have told this to these guys. See, there's a certain thing called false chord or vocal fry is another one. I'm not an expert in vocal fry. I'm trying to learn it because the screams are just sick in the death metal world. And Kurt Cobain would do a little bit of vocal fry on the tail end of his stuff. He had this like, yeah, like this stuff. And it was really cool. And I can see that Wes is trying to add this here, but like, it's not your forte, dude. Just, I would suggest strongly sing an interval of the chord, perhaps. Instead, maybe go an octave lower if you have to. Yeah, that's, it's rough. Gonna keep going.
Now, standing in your line, I do hope you have the time. I do pick up number 2. I do keep on stay with you. Take a spinach while
You can hear it starting to affect his voice now. He's straining so much to get that vocal fry. And now we're getting pitchy with this because of it. Cool little like altered twist on that. That's pretty sick. I love that F sharp. See, I can't help but like sing along. It's a great pattern.
Stay with you. Take it, then it's wild. You hear me out to dry. I can see you every night. I can see you every night. Real.
Sing the tonal center of the chord, dude. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. I mean, my heart goes out to him. I've had dozens, if not multiple dozens of terrible performances or just off nights, but like, oh, man. Man. Well, okay, so dissecting that's rough, but clearly they're in a half-step tuning. It's like a minor tonality to it, which you can hear, which is really neat. So like if I had a guitar and I wanted to noodle over that, I'd do something in E flat minor just for fun. But the two chords it centers around is using that E harmonic minor, I guess, because the E major chord, irrelevant, I'm nerding out, sorry. But like using an E major chord cycled to a G major chord and just having that vocal pattern, stuff like that is like, it's a sick vocal melody. And you can hear him really straining, too much emphasis, I think, in this example of needing to get that vocal fry. I don't think it's required. And in fact, it's almost an inherent Kurt Cobain thing. Like that vocal fry of his, it's so Kurt Cobain-esque. Like that's like his thing. Kind of similar to if you listen to almost any Metallica live thing, he goes, yeah, all the time. And that's kind of like a James Hetfield thing. Kurt Cobain had this really cool vocal rasp fry connotation to his stuff, which added an air of this struggling artist and this pain that he was going through in a lot of the song structures that he had and a lot of the song topics. I don't think it would have been required to make a sick version of this, and definitely after the first pass of it, I wish somebody or someone hinted to Wes about maybe just sing an interval of the chord, or a different interval of the chord, or a lower octave if it absolutely had to. Dial back and let the majority of the music do the work. That's, I think, the most important lesson to be learned from here. And be aware of your own voice, because that sounded like it was causing pain. That's, as a musician, that's my biggest worry. And as an educator, that's my biggest worry. If it's causing you damaging pain and it's very, very coherent to that's what's going on, please stop. That was me reacting to that. So, guys, if you like this video or want to suggest more, we have the email set up for you. I'd like to start a dialogue about this in the comments. So please like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, send a carrier pigeon. I'm accepting donations of love right now. We're all under quarantine, so it's fun. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this channel growing. Life is good, and I love hanging out with you guys. More suggestions are always welcome. Let's talk Ernie Ball Strings. I think I've covered it all, everyone. Join us on Instagram, all of that stuff. And as we always say here at the Temple Music Academy, watch it go.